That would have been a catastrophic engine failure.
Here at F&A, we've had too many engine problems.
You done?
Just a week after purchasing this 1985 beauty,
$9,000 impulsive decision.
our dreams of RV living felt far away.
Currently have a van that has no windows and no engine, and we're in Nashville, which is not where we're trying to have the baby.
But this baby gives us a deadline, so we've got to get to work and get her fixed.
I'm gonna be pulling this engine out. The first step when you're removing a engine is taking off the hood. And I'm taking tons of photos of everything. That way I know how it structurally is. That way when we go to put everything back together, I'm not missing a beat or a nut or a bolt or a screw.
And I painted these a color that was supposed to be brown, but looks orange. Cool.
Those are the engine mount bolts. I have everything taken apart, numbered everything, and wrote everything on the stuff. That way I know where everything goes. Every wire disconnected. She actually looks pretty clean in those little pair buttons there. The back one has a little bit more buildup than the front, but she looks great. Every bolt even came off super nice and clean, which is so surprising. It was actually way easier to take things apart than in our 2003 Dodge Sprinter. Do you guys remember that van? I used to do little tutorials on how to like take things out and replace things and stuff like that.
I can't believe so much shit broke today.
That's just the way it is. So really exciting. It feels like everything's kind of coming full circle right now from our first van to this new one. Well, kind of older than every other one, but new one. So where that's touching right now is the transmission, right where the gasket is just before it, so that way I could pull it apart. I think they call it popping the bulb or popping the ball or something like that, and you don't want to do that. If you damage that ball that's in between there, you'll be in a really rough spot. First, we're gonna pull out this engine, we're gonna flip her over, and we're gonna see what these bearings look like. If it's completely toast, I'm just gonna say, you know what, let's drop in the new engine. If the bearings are still pretty good and it's only one bearing that we threw, then maybe I just replace all the bearings, drop the engine back in, and send the new one back. It cost me $200 to deliver it here and send it back, get my money back, but it would be a much cheaper option for us. We wouldn't get the 4-year extended warranty, but you know, is it worth actually swapping the engine? I don't know, we'll tell you soon.
Today is the big day. We are taking the engine out of the engine bay, which we've never done before.
Never done, don't know where the mounts go, just gonna figure it out as we go.
Let's hope we don't bust it on the way. Luckily, ATO has this beautiful cherry picker, so we're gonna go ahead and get that set up.
Yeah, I wish I had a machine that did this part too.
They're both tight. How's it going down there, champ?
Oh, it's going. I got one more bolt and then the whole transmission is loose.
Ooh, speaking of bolts, we just bought this handy new tool to be able to take the bolts off easier. It smells like burning plastic fire on the inside and has completely died. It's like a $200 tool. Lasted 4 days. Harbor Freight, we're coming right back.
Love the smell of gasoline in the morning.
It wakes me up. Makes me feel so nice.
Especially this West Coast fuel. Holy
Right?
smokes.
Sweet as can be.
My goodness.
Nice, boys.
We had an issue. We had to go and get this engine ourselves. So Southeastern Ship Freight, whatever the hell they're called, they didn't do their job.
They made it easy on themselves, literally. As we were leaving, the whole reason they wanted to be at the co-op was because they were picking up a shipment there, and it all made sense. The silver lining, the engine was very well packaged.
Now let's just see if we can get her out. Are you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Oh, baby.
That was smooth.
You lift, bro?
No.
Did you look at it when you were there?
No.
They're like, here's the 300-pound gerbil cage you ordered, crazy people.
It's all the lead weights from that fishing tournament.
Bum, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da.
Would you look at this?
Would you look at it?
Just look at it. Just look at it.
Let's hope it's actually a 22 RE.
It looks like it.
Well, I feel like I would have no idea how to know.
That kind of looked like a
kinda
1.6 liter,
Turbo diesel?
like EP3 or something.
The engine is in, but now it's getting the bolts connected to the transmission. That way that torque converter is all together. This is the hardest part of the whole thing. And the reason for that is when you get those bolts together, if it doesn't seat right, it seizes. And then you can't run your engine, you can't run anything. So right now we got everything turning, bolts are together. She's looking pretty good. An afternoon basically to get it in. Oh, that feels so good.
I just been working on the vlog and the podcast and all that kind of stuff.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate you too. You're doing all the hard work. I'm just relaxing with the baby.
Hey, is that why you got baby carrots? Are you trying to tell them something? We're having a baby, guys.
We're having a baby carrot.
No, she actually is having a baby though. This guy RTV'd everything, and that sucks.
If you want to put an engine together and make sure that absolutely nothing leaks, but if you start to have, like, I don't know, bearing failures or stuff like that, for sure, RTV everything.
But it will also void your warranty at the same time.
And it'll make any work that you try to do on it an absolute pain in the pocket.
And then all you want to do is just give the middle finger to that person that did it.
And because it's an engine, you can't really, like, beat the guts out of it, so then you're kind of just forced to look at it and hope that it comes apart.
And that's where we're going to end this part.
Ooh, it is toxic in here.
It's not bad in here anymore.
You had it at 100,000%. It smells even bad out here. The boys don't really want to air it out because they've got the new engine, and so they don't want any dust particles or things like that getting on the new engine. So I can't really spend that much time in here being pregnant and not wanting to be around toxic fumes. But Frank and Chase have been doing a great job.
The goal for today is to get everything completely off of this engine, cleaned up in that area over there, get it all onto this engine. If I could drop the engine in today, that would be wild.
It's very technical. I'm definitely a little stressed out about, I don't know, like we're gonna put the whole thing in, then get like 5 miles down the road and then be like,
Don't say that.
I know, I was stressing out about it last night before I was going to sleep. I was like,
It's not where we want to be.
this is not where we want to be at all. Frankie and Chase and Tim are going to do their best job to get it all together, to get it all correct. And then we'll take it for a test drive and see how it goes. Is it supposed to come with the oil pan?
No, I got it. I had to buy an oil pan for it.
So they would have blown up the engine if they didn't spot that.
This is the only thing that was underneath the cover that did not come off.
Oh, because the oil pan on the other engine wouldn't come off.
Correct.
So you couldn't see it.
Correct. So I have
I'm glad Tim asked.
No, I asked.
No, yeah?
I said something to Tim, and Tim was like, wait, you didn't see one on there? And I was like, nope. And he goes, I'll take that pan off. Let's stop right now because we will blow that engine immediately.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. This is the first time doing it. So it's like,
Right.
that's why you have to ask the questions. You have to make sure that you're doing everything right.
It's good to have somebody with experience
Yeah,
who knows what they're talking about, too.
Definitely thankful for that.
Yeah.
Another thing I noticed that's different on this engine, look, 1, 2, 3. Look, none. I'll have to figure that out. That would have been a catastrophic engine failure, and we would have lost our warranty.
Ooh. That's how you know the engine was fucked.
What does that mean, babe?
We're paying it for gold!
It does mean that. What else does it mean?
It means that we needed a new engine.
But why?
Because we busted a bearing.
Probably spun more than one bearing.
Yeah.
Most likely, which also means that that crankshaft is probably no good.
What's the update? No, that's making it worse. Oh my god.
Wow, look at us, bro. Ready for fluids? If you want to look in here, she looks sweet. She looks clean.
Wow. So sweet and so clean.
By the way, I really like your sound effects.
Thank you. I do on my own.
Frankie's decided he's opening up an engine shop.
Yeah, it's gonna be located right here in Chase's house.
Frankie's Lube is what it's gonna be called.
And it's gonna be really good for people to come in here.
Piston cleaning and everything. Y'all can cut that shit out.
I'm nervous right now, but it's time to start her up.
Don't worry, we have a fire extinguisher nearby, just in case.
Crank it up.
It says check oil and check engine.
You checked it. Y'all checked it.
The engine's here.
Pump the gas.
Pump the gas.
Hold it to the floor and crank it.
Okay.
There's no fuel in the line. Crank it. Okay, hold it. It's a tooth out. Crank it.
You guys did such a good job.
That's an 11.
Okay, now we have to let it run for a full hour. He's gonna like simultaneously crank it. Get all the fluids going. If you don't run it for a whole hour, you can seize something. Don't do that. Okay, but you do turn it off if you notice that you have gasoline leaking. So we've shut it and they're gonna tighten things up.
Wasn't leaking from the other side.
No, just this
Just
side.
this side.
Okay.
All right.
I think I'm on there good.
Okay.
Okay, crank it back up before she gets warm.
Still leaking. Still leaking? Yeah.
She's pouring. Pouring.
Off.
It's like squirting out.
Nope, she's leaking.
It's dripping. I don't know. It may be that. It may be that fuel filter.
Maybe put the old one back on?
Yeah, we can. I mean, we have it.
Leaking like hell.
Yeah, the fuel filter's just leaking gasoline. Is it leaking? No leak.
We got the engine running. She sounds pretty good. We had a little hiccup where Chase's dad actually ran in and was like, don't worry, it's not knocking. We both thought maybe it was knocking.
We heard a knock.
We've let her run now for 25 minutes and we are now going to get to our 15-minute mark of where we run her at like a cruising speed.
He can't do it with his foot because the throttle's broken. He's got to do it with his hand. And yeah, it stinks really bad in here.
It's all over the floor, but the oil's not black yet.
Why is it on the floor?
He was Science, yeah.
I'm like not sure if they're pulling my leg or not.
Babe, anytime you hear fluid on the floor, it's not good.
Oh, okay, got it.
Just shut her down. And she did great. So I'm really excited. It never got hot, the engine, so we're gonna have to figure that one out once we start driving her, which will be tomorrow. So we will see you in the morning. Subscribe, no matter what you're doing, and that way you can keep up with the Yoda and what's happening with her.
The van has been sitting for probably almost 3 weeks now, and we've been starting some projects and not finishing some projects, and so nothing's ready to move.
And we did have a little bit of bad news this morning. There's a mouse in the house.
I told you there was a mouse. I literally said there's a mouse in here, and Frank's like, there's no way. And then I just found its poop.
What do you think he is?
I think he's your best friend because you were covering for him. Oh, here's my bump update. It's bumping. Bump.
Bump, bump.
Baby, 20 weeks. Let's go.
We finally made it into the garage, babe.
Put this whole thing together myself.
She did.
Okay, that means we're going for our first test drive with the new engine.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel super nervous about dying a fiery death.
She's definitely the
We should bring the fire extinguisher with us. There you go. We're gonna start the timer. We don't want to turn the engine off before, like, you think an hour? We'll start an hour. We'll do an hour. We'll see what happens.
I think I did a good job so far.
So the plan is to drive into town, get some iron supplements for me, because apparently now that I'm 20 weeks pregnant, I need to like double my iron intake, and it's freaking me out that I don't have a supplement specifically for that. So we're gonna go to the Walmart and pick that up. Yeah, there's like some kind of
here.
liquid. You should pull over though
Go to.
and just look. It looks dry.
I think it's just this pump.
Okay.
We're just hearing it circulate through these wires.
Okay.
So far, so good. Let's keep moving.
I think we're both feeling a little bit anxious,
Of course.
listening for things, feeling it out,
Big time.
hoping for the best. We've got our hazards on so that everybody knows they can pass us.
I'm trying to give her some acceleration and then back off on her and let her engine brake a bit, and trying to do it at inconsistent speeds, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. You just don't know when it's your first time.
That's a lesson for all the teenagers out there. He didn't even get my joke.
Sorry.
He's so serious.
So serious right now.
So serious. Getting some speed, baby.
Cruising, girl. That's what I'm talking about. What do you guys think? Do you think we did a pretty good job on switching out an engine? First time ever. It's not as much work as you think. It's still a lot of work, but it's not as much as you probably think.
It's more. We have to give a huge thank you to Marie Jose Chase and Chase's parents for hosting us, for being such an amazing help through the entire process of rebuilding the engine and helping with the carpentry and things like that, and just being generally awesome people. So many good times, good meals, good laughs. We love them so much, and we can't wait to see you guys again soon.
Love you guys. Thank you.
All right, let's get on the road.
Thank you so much to our Patreons for fueling this adventure. Come and hop on board today.
We're not 100 miles out of Chase's driveway, and the check engine light comes on. So now we are sputtering, literally sputtering to the O'Reilly's, which is 1.7 miles away. We're just hoping we don't die on the side of the road before that happens.